Hi, I'm Jennifer Shelton, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to make Chemex coffee. This is my audience. Alright, so the first thing you want to do, you want to heat your water. So we'll turn that on. You can also use a kettle on a stove to boil your water. Then you take your coffee. You want to get a burr grinder because you want coarse coffee. The store-bought ground coffee is too fine. The water doesn't run through it well enough. So you get your Chemex coffee filter. It's specifically made for your Chemex coffee brewer. You want to make sure that your folded side with multiple layers is to the spout of your Chemex. You can see it, the spout. You want to make sure that layer is to that side. All right. Normally you would wet your filter to kind of prep it, but you don't have to. It's an optional thing. I normally do, but for this I'm not going to. All right, so you get your coffee grounds and you want to pour them in. All right. The coarse coffee is just so that the water can easily flow through. You want to make sure you have plenty of flow through, because if it's too fine, then the water won't flow through it very good and your coffee won't be strong. Now, boiling your water, you don't want to get it completely boiled. You want to make sure that your water is 206, because boiling point is about 210. When you boil the water, it makes your coffee bitter tasting, almost like a scalding like to it. So you want to make sure that it is just before it. So you want to make sure you have a thermometer. So for mine, I just have a little meat thermometer, and it doesn't have the 210 on it, but I know roughly about where it is, so I just kind of measure it. So you're waiting on your water. Now when you do the one on your stove, you want to make sure that you're being careful. This one actually fits right through the little spout on the one for the stove, and I have one. This is the one that I have for the stove, and this just fits right in there if I decide to do it that way. All right. So we'll check this water. In my opinion, this is the best kind of coffee to make. It has the most flavor, and when you bloom your coffee grounds, it's what releases all the gases and oils in it, which gives it all the flavor. And normally when you use a regular automatic coffee maker or even a Keurig, the coffee comes out flat or watered down flavored. So a lot of people, yes, it's fast, it's quick, it's non-invasive, so you don't have so much you have to do, but then you sacrifice flavor over everything else. So I normally, for this one, I get it right above this little dot. It says meat. So I get it right at the E on there, and it's usually about right. Just takes a minute. All right. So when it gets about there, you can turn this off. And now what you're going to do with this, with the Chemex thing, you want to pour your water in, starting in the center. You moving outward in a circular motion until you get to the outer edge. And then you're going to want to stop once everything is fully soaked. You just go in a complete circle. Let everything soak. Now you're going to want to let your coffee bloom for about 4 minutes, and that lets everything just kind of come out. I didn't run the coffee grinder while I was doing the video because I didn't want it to be too loud and y'all wouldn't be able to hear me. But for this one, I have it set for 5 cups because it's actually made for an automatic coffee maker. So to make sure it's the right amount of coffee for the Chemex, it's set a little low. So and you just let it drain down and you let it sit for 4 minutes. And it's 1, 2. So usually what I do is I start out, I put my water in the kettle. And while I do that, I hit the grinder and then I'll take the Chemex and the filter over to the sink. I'll pre-soak it. That way it kind of rinses everything and gets everything prepped because you want to do it with hot water so it preps your glass because you don't want it to be too cold with the hot water on it because it could bust. Then you come over here, you bring it back, you pour all your water that you pre-soaked everything to prep everything. And that's when you pour in your grounds in here to go ahead and prep them, and you want to get them level. And then that's when your water gets to about the right point. You start circling it, you bloom it. Alright, and as it's bloomed, come in here and you go ahead and you start with the water. And you do the exact same thing. You start in the center, circular motion out, going all the way to the edge. And this is where you can just keep going with the water because you're wanting all of it to filter. And when you get to this stage, you want to make sure that your water doesn't completely drain down. So as it's draining down, you want to slowly add water until you run out. And then you just let it drain. Once it's done draining after you've used all your water, then you can take your filter out, throw it away, and make your cup of coffee. You can use whatever sweetener you want, whatever creamer, whatever flavorings, you know. I have a bunch of vanilla and hazelnut and chocolate and caramel over here. Sugar, Splenda, equal, whatever kind of thing you want. Flavored cream or a heavy cream is really good. So it's just a sweetener of your choice and a creamer of your choice, or you can just drink it black. It's your own choice thing. So you want to keep the water going up here. You want to make sure it doesn't overflow, but you want to keep it going so that you have a constant drip going down and it's covering all the ground so you're getting all of the flavor. We've got about 15 ounces left. Let it drain down some. This is my favorite way to make coffee. I have a French press. I have a espresso maker. But honestly, this is my favorite way. So keep pouring. And it's got a constant drain right here. So it's doing really good. And you can see how black it is. That's how dark and how good. You want to make sure you have good quality coffee. Good quality coffee makes sure that you have a good flavorful coffee. If you get a dark roast, you're going to get the most out of it, and then a light roast. The darker the roast, the more flavor you're going to have. Some of the ones that we found that are best are Starbucks Italian roast. They have that in whole bean. The other one we found was Charleston brand. We actually found it at Costco. And we found one online called Death Wish Coffee Company. They have really good coffee. That and Valhalla is another brand that they have. Those are really dark, strong coffees, but with some of the best flavors. And we're all out of water. So you want to let this drain. All right. The little spout right here on your Chemex, you want to make sure it's kind of open. It lets it more air in and it kind of drapes better. So now we just wait. Now you just sweeten and flavor however you want. So we'll put some sugar in here. And I use heavy cream, so. Here's my heavy cream. I use this Homestead Creamery heavy cream. I'm still draining some. But as you can see, I used about 45 ounces of water. And this is an 8-cup Chemex. So that made about 8 cups of coffee. And you can kind of see the line right up here, right below this wooden handle. It's done. And throw this away. Alright. So then you take this and you pour it over your sweetener. So that makes sure it melts everything. Get a coffee stir. Some heavy cream. And there is my Chemex coffee. Thank you for watching.